Hi, everyone. Back in August, I made a commitment to myself to dedicate at least 2 hours a week to engage in some sort of outreach to voters. And since then, I have made calls, sent text messages, and written letters, as I know many of you have done as well. And I filled out my ballot almost as soon as it arrived in the mail and dropped it off at City Hall. Even on the days that I have felt overwhelmed by the feeling that so much needs to change and overwhelmed by life in a pandemic, I have been inspired by the everyday actions so many of us are taking and the interactions and the conversations that these actions have generated. I have been inspired by first-time voters like our very own Oscar Newberger, who lit our chalice last Sunday during worship. I've been inspired by my own friends and family members who have waited sometimes for hours in early voting lines to cast their votes. I've been inspired by strangers that I've talked to who feel the importance of this election, like the single mom in Florida who is making a point to track down her polling location and carve out time to make it to the polls. As we narrow in on Election Day, first of all, I hope that you have already voted if you are eligible or have a plan to drop off your ballot or vote on Election Day. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions about how to cast your ballot. I know that this is an unsettled and unsettling time. You may be feeling more anxious than usual. You may want to hide under the covers to get away from it all, or you may be in hyperdrive mode, taking on more and more as your stress response. However you're responding, know that it's natural for all of us to be needing more grounding, more centering, and also levity in these times. We will be offering several opportunities to be together as a church community on Election Day and after, which are listed in the special email that went out earlier this week, as well as on our UCM website. We also know that although it's been a long road already to November 3rd, many things may yet be undetermined, including the actual result of the election. Our Unitarian Universalist values may yet call us into action to protect and defend the integrity of the electoral process. Again, please take note of the special email that went out earlier this week for ways that you might choose to get involved. And I'm going to close this message with a song that's been coming to me recently and just ringing in my ears. Probably familiar to you, comes from the civil rights movement. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on a-walking, keep on a-talking, marching to the freedom land. Let us keep walking and talking, marching onto that freedom land together, taking breaks when we need to, and knowing that we don't do any of this alone.